Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So obviously you guys can see I'm wearing zero makeup right now, like not even moisturizer. And that's because I'm going to show you guys how I get a full coverage foundation with only using drugstore products. So this is mainly geared towards people with oily skin. So if you have oily skin, I feel you. If you don't have oily skin, then you can still do these steps, but I'll tell you guys which ones you can skip and which ones aren't like super mandatory for you to do because you don't want to be extra dry. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is moisturize, and I'm using my Cetaphil Moisturizer. You guys want to be careful with getting products that are all oil free. I used to do that with everything, like zero oil with lotions or primers or anything. I would get zero oil because I was already oily, but I feel like when I did use that, it would make me get like way more oily because you still need oils in your face, and if you like dry it out, it's gonna process more oil. Regular moisturizer, just make sure it's not like too moisturizing or greasy. For my primer, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Master Prime. So for my foundation, I'm going to use this Covergirl one, the Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. I really love this because it's matte, it is super full coverage, and the shade ranges aren't too bad. This one is in the shade Golden Tan. 2 pumps on my hand, and I'm going to be taking my damp beauty blender. Okay, so I'm done with my foundation. Now I'm going into Spot Conceal, and I'm using the L'Oreal True Match, and I'm in the shade Medium Deep. And I'm going to be spot concealing my face because I think that when you want the really good coverage and you also don't want to look too cakey, you want to just spot conceal. So I don't think that my face needs any more foundation, but there are some areas that I feel need a little bit more coverage. And to prevent myself from looking super cakey, I'm just going to spot conceal those areas and just blend them in really well. And you want to make sure that when you do spot conceal, you want to get a concealer that is the same color. So just get one that matches your skin tone. For my concealer, I'm going to be using this one from Maybelline. It is the Master Conceal, and I'm in the shade Medium Deep. I actually really like this one too because it has a beige undertone to it, and the beige kind of helps color correct the dark circles. And it's also pretty good coverage, but not too thick because you don't want to cake the under eye area because it's really thin and you'll be able to tell. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and set everything with my Covergirl translucent powder in the shade Medium. And this isn't going to provide any more coverage for me, it's just going to set my whole foundation and concealer. I'm just going to take some of that powder and I'm going to start pressing and rolling it into my face. And this is really going to lock in my foundation, and it's also going to help the oils hold back a lot longer. So I'm just going to start pressing it and rolling it. So you also want to go back with just a little bit more powder and press it really nicely onto the areas that you get the most oily. So for me, that's my nose and my forehead. And I'm just going to go in with this powder brush and lightly, very lightly, just dust off the excess powder. So this step is optional. I'm now going in with the L'Oreal True Match W6 powder. And I'm taking my Real Techniques brush and I'm just going to dab a little bit. So this is gonna help make your face look really flawless, add a little bit more coverage, and it's also going to help it look smooth. So I like to buff it in really well into my skin, specifically with this brush though. And just go downward because that's the way that your hairs on your face are going down. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is set my makeup with this Hard Candy setting spray, and it's also going to get rid of that like powdery look. Ooh. So once that dries, your face is going to look a lot more like skin, and it's going to get rid of that powdery look. So I'm going to go off camera now and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back and I finished doing the rest of my makeup off camera. So yeah, I hope you guys can see that you can get really amazing, flawless coverage using drugstore products. You don't always have to use like high-end brands. It's always fun to buy them, but you don't have to. You can definitely work with drugstore products to get a really pretty, flawless look. So yeah, if you guys have any additional questions that I might not have answered, or something you're wondering about, or whatever, just leave that on the comments down below and I will definitely respond to you guys. I love responding to your nice comments. I love reading them and I love talking to you guys. If you guys love watching the full coverage foundation video, give it a thumbs up. She keeps grabbing my makeup. I just dropped all of my powder and it fell on my puppy. Sorry. I hope you guys love